Welcome to a new edition of Person to Person. Today's guest is a United Nations diplomat with over 15 years of peacekeeping operations and experience. Is currently in charge of the Kisangani, the second largest city of the Democratic Republic of Congo's United Nations office. Now I would like you to meet our guest, Ivan Timnev. Hi, Ivan.
Hi.
It's great to have you here.
Thanks for inviting me.
Okay. What is MONUC and what does it stand for?
MONUC is the French acronym for the United Nations Mission of Observers in the Congo. The mission has been created by the Security Council on 30th of November 1999 and currently is the world's largest peacekeeping operation with more than 17,800 military personnel, with more than 700 non-armed military observers, with several substantive divisions like political affairs, human rights, humanitarian affairs, electoral division, and several other, altogether more than 20,000 personnel.
What are some of the biggest challenges that you, as head of the UN office in Kisangani, the second largest city in the Democratic Republic of Congo, have encountered?
First of all, these are the still remaining political problems. Following the elections and the establishment of the new political institutions in the country, we have to help the new institutions, the new political parties, to introduce a new political climate in the country. On the other hand, we have so many logistical problems. You cannot imagine a country the size of Western Europe having only 300 miles paved routes, and logistical problems and lack of communication and lack of infrastructure in the country is the most important problem we're facing and we are trying to overcome.
That's a beautiful job. I understand that you have been involved in several other UN peacekeeping operations in the last 15 years. Could you please tell us where else you have been involved and how did the involvement enrich your experience in dealing with issues as pertaining to your current occupation as head of the UN office in Kisangani?
I'm happy that I had the chance to participate in several United Nations peacekeeping operations, starting with this one in Cambodia in 1992-1993. In 1994, I had the chance to participate in the preparation and conducting of the first free and fair elections in South Africa and Mozambique, and then to work in Tajikistan. This is a Central Asian country. The peacekeeping operation finished with conducting the first free and fair elections in Tajikistan too. And later on, I have been transferred to Democratic Republic of the Congo, where I am still working for almost 7 years.
As I recall, there were presidential elections that took place in the month of July 2006 in the Democratic Republic of Congo. What was the outcome of those elections, and do you believe that this result will ultimately bring further stability to the Democratic Republic of Congo and the region as a whole?
Yes, I firmly believe that the first free and fair elections the DRC had in 4 decades will lay a good basis for development of the democracy in the country. Of course, there are problems and there will be problems because of so many years corruption in the country. lack of good governance, and then the presence of so many local and foreign armed groups still on Congolese soil. After 3 years of transitional period, we had in July 2006 the presidential elections. However, following the elections, the first round of the elections, the contenders and their supporters took out to the streets, and you can see on the screen the violence which erupted following the announcement of the results of the first round of the elections. Of course, the mission had to intervene in order to bring peace and stability to the country again.
Now, we all have been disturbed by the events in Darfur, Sudan. In your opinion, what do you think would be the best solution to the massacre that, as we speak, is still taking place? And what does the Western world contribute in finding an ultimate solution to the crisis?
Darfur is another problem in the heart of Africa. I have to say that the international community is making a lot of efforts to solve this problem. Diplomatic talks, diplomatic pressure, political pressure on the Sudanese government continues. However, this, for the time being, is not enough. The United Nations Security Council just agreed on the deployment of a new joint United Nations African Union peacekeeping operation in Darfur, which will be of about 26,000 military.
With all this said, are you optimistic about the development of democracy in Africa?
Yes, democracy has its place in Africa. However, in some countries it will take a long time before we reach the real democracy, because these are so poor countries and poor people, and democracy is nice, but people, they have to have something to eat first of all before thinking about democracy. So this is a challenge.
Today we have met someone who shared with us their incredible diplomatic experiences in Africa. He plans to continue his work in the future in other troubled countries and regions of the world. I would like to thank our guest today, Ivan Timnev. Thank you, Ivan.
Thanks to you.
We hope you enjoyed meeting UN diplomat Ivan Timnev, whose dedication to improving the lives of other third world countries has taken him to places where violence, famine, and diseases are still everyday events in the lives of the local residents. We hope you will continue to join us for our next presentation of Person to Person. Thank you and good day. This has been a Norwalk Community College production.